Alright, this is Joe from MrPaintballvids doing a quick little review and unboxing of the Dangerous Power Fusion 10 FX. Here's the box. And the Dangerous Power box. Give you a better look there. Here's the top piece of foam. Here's the FX itself. I got it in Ninja Black, or the all blacked out color. That side. Set down the foam. Also inside it includes an O-ring parts kit, a nice little Allen key set right here, a barrel sock, which I don't have with me right now, and a two-piece barrel, 689 threaded. Let's see, got the back, front, these little annoying foam pieces. Alright, here it is, 689. Overall, the gun has a really nice, light, tight profile. It is bigger than the G3, so I had owned a G3 before this, and I thought it was much smaller. I like the switchblade trigger is nice. It has three or four adjustment points, I believe, and yep. So you can use it as the rake style right here, or the sling style right here. Alright, so, and the bolt is just your standard Delrin poppet bolt, no lubrication needed. For that, you just drop it in, drop it down, and the ram, let's take out the ram here. The FX is a forward air spring on return gun, so there is a spring on the ram. Let me take the bolt. Oh yeah, you do need to take the bolt out when you do take the ram out, just in case nobody knew that. And that's basically it for the ram. The spring comes off, and you can use your favorite lubricant on there. I use the Tech Gun Salve. Any of the oils work too, like the Planet Eclipse gun oil is always good. Drop that back in there. And it'll go in about that far, and you just throw the cap on there and screw it in the rest of the way. There you go. And let's drop the bolt back in. Let's take a look at the eyes and the defense. Wish I memorized which size keys was. First try. Nice. Put the box in there. Alright. Eye cover screw. That's the eye cover. The eyes on the FX are a little different than your normal eyes. They're actually flat. So Um, they're different than on the G3, so I don't know. They work pretty about the same as well. The detents are standard for a poppet valve marker with just rubber detents. I do seem to run through them a lot when I'm playing with reballs, but that's because it's so dry. Put the eye cover back on. Yeah. Alright, let's see, what do we do next? Take the barrel off. For those who don't already know, this little cap right here is not an LPR, it's just a volumizer that holds the poppet. Let's take that off. Okay. Come on. Okay, once you take the volumizer cap off, there it is. Inside is going to be just a washer. A washer here. Let's see if I can get this out. Yep. This little silver washer. Then a spring, then the poppet itself. No lube needs to go in there. Put that back on. What else? Okay, standard dangerous power feed neck with the grip teeth in there. Doesn't keeps your loader on there nice and good. The OLED, which is a great feature for a gun of this price point. $500 gun with an OLED, that's great. And has all your modes, your semi, PSP, NXL, anything you need for any of your tournaments, tournament locks. You can adjust the board in increments of numbers, so 10, 11, 12, 13, and then you can do like smaller increments like 12.5, 12.6, stuff like that. Also, to go into programming mode, or you just hold down the trigger and click the red button down, it will bring you into this menu screen right here, which you can navigate through by pressing the trigger. There's also a trigger trainer mode, which tells you your average BPS and your peak. So 14 is the peak and 11 was the average. Not very fast, so that 16 peak, 15 average, 15 peak, 14 average. So you get the point. There's also breakout modes, stuff like that. Let's see, you got the standard dangerous power, flip lever ASA. The reg on the 2010 FX is different from the G3 reg in that it doesn't use shims. So basically it uses a spring to operate, much like a planar eclipse reg. Let's see. Take this one. That big ass MSRP. Now you take it apart by using the large Allen key in the set and putting it on the bottom and just twisting the top off. Okay, so in the bottom part, there's nothing you really need to play with, but in the top part, what needs to be lubricated is the piston and the O-ring on the piston, as well as maybe you can put a little on the spring. Keep it all nice and clean there. And just throw that back on. Oh geez. Come on. Alright. It's on there. Throw that back in again. Yep. And that's about it for the review of the FX. I love how it shoots so far. It gets about I use a 48-45, so probably around 1,300 shots, maybe like 13, 14, around there, 15 maybe. Efficiency test soon to come on the FX. Just gotta grab some paint in there. But $500. This is a great gun. Really competes with the E-Tech. Basically, when it comes down to the two, it's up to preference. Whether the OLED board is a really nice feature that the FX has that the E-Tech doesn't. Also, the FX has a volumizer opposed to an LPR that the E-Tech has. The bolts are relatively the same. The forward air spring on return phaser for the FX and air forward air return for the E-Tech, so that might also sway your decision. But yeah, great gun. Efficiency test coming. Thank you.